Alright, so for my website redesign, I've chosen Red Cup Cafe, which is one of my local cafes. This is their original website. They seem to have used some sort of like template. It seems sort of like well designed, the buttons and everything, but the overall design is a bit lackluster. I guess this would be what you would call their logo, so I realized that this needed a redesign, as well as the yellow and red color scheme was a bit strange as well, and the fonts weren't too flashy. Scrolling down, their photos were a bit off, and they weren't they didn't show too much information. And then the footer has all the location, and that's why it takes up so much space. But I feel that this was too big, especially when they also had a location page. Moving to their menu page, again it uses the same photos on the front page, with just a slightly longer list of menu items, which I felt could be better presented, and perhaps with prices, just to help out potential customers. And again with the footer on the bottom there. And then moving to the location page. Pretty standard locations, got the map and everything. Some good information with the bus numbers and general times, which is good. But then again, it seems to be a bit of repetition having the location page as well as the location in the footer on every page. Finally, the services page. Services page, which just serves more as a contact page, really. I mean, it's got a bit of information, but I feel like this information could be put together with the information on the front page, and just overall cleaned up. The formatting on this seems a bit strange; it's very thin. And then again, this one doesn't have the large location footer, as a lot of room's taken up with the content. This is my redesign of the Red Cup Cafe website. The initial idea is to click on the cup, which scrolls you down, and all the elements of the redesigned logos fly in using sideways and down parallax scrolling, which then, using the numerical values, stays in that set spot and goes up the page. The header is a sticky header, so once it reaches the top, it'll follow through. And we have this the first photo, which I went and took myself, with the welcome words that also utilize parallax scrolling that move slightly quicker up the page than everything else. We have some interactive buttons that utilize anchors that take you to certain parts, and again there's just some small parallax effects with the coffee cups on either side going higher. Down to some images which overlap each other, which is again a parallax scrolling exercise, and then finally down to the footer. Facebook links and phone number, and a link to get to the top of the page. Moving on to the menu page. Has a similar concept, but starts a bit lower, so the header's already at the top of the page. Same font movement, and again with the button. For the menu, we have panels inside the page, which when clicked will take you to different parts. And I've just sort of updated the menu. I contacted them and got the menu, added the prices in, and used the same coffee cup icon scrolling there. Moving down the page, and another coffee cup icon just drops in on this photo, stays in place, and then we got the footer again, the button to take us to the top. Final page is the contact page with the fade out effect that I got from a widget library. So we got the contact page, which at the start has the location, again with the coffee cup, sort of trying to keep in theme. Moving down into the contact area where we have some slide scrolling here on the hours of business, just to add a bit more interest. Basic contact form, their information from their contact page, submit button, and again the same footer. So I tried to keep with a nice red and sort of off-white yellowy color scheme, with the addition of the grey on the front page. and really wanted to utilize sort of a graphical and photographical concept without having too much, I guess, over stylized. I just wanted to be have a simple aesthetic to flow with the feel of the cafe when you're inside. And I feel like I've done this successfully.